Hey, good morning. Stuck in traffic with Wolf Gorlick. Couple minutes of IT security to get your day going. Past 48 hours has been long on driving and short on sleep. So I've been doing what anyone would normally do, living on caffeine and parfait. Love me some parfait. So I like the yogurts, right, from Tim Hortons. Don't really like the coffee, but I like the yogurts, and I can't stand the service. So 3 times in the past 48 hours, I've made a Tim Hortons run. I want my vanilla yogurt parfait, I want a large dark roast coffee, I want 2 shots of espresso, 1 shot of milk. First time, I get my parfait, which is good, and then I get a large dark roast coffee, no espresso, with a shot of vanilla. I guess because of vanilla parfait? I don't know. Next time, I get the coffee, get the espresso, no milk. And the third time that I go, because by this time I'm like, wait a minute, did you give me exactly what I asked? Are we good? They handed me a bag of donuts. Do I look like a guy who wants a bag of donuts? No, I want a parfait. They hand me a bag of donuts, and they hand me an extra large milk with 2 shots of espresso. And you think as a service industry they could help, right? Because service industries are supposed to help. That's what you're supposed to do. If you're in service, you service others. Service desk, right? If you're in service desk, your job is to help others. And people are rushed, so people make mistakes. And they screw up my coffee, which is bad. Also, they screw up your security, which is even worse. So the service desk is actually like our very favorite place to target from a social engineering perspective. We had this one time, this woman working for me, she is so good. I wish she was still working for me. She is so good. She called up the help desk and she's like, "Hi, I'm Sally from accounting." And they caught her. And I was saying in the debrief, I'm like, "You guys rock. You know, no one ever catches her." And the guy kind of blushed a little bit. He goes, "Yeah, you want to know what happened with that?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely. Now you got my attention." He's like, "Yeah. So your friend calls, 'Hi, I'm Sally.' At the same time, Sally calls, 'Hi, this is Sally. My computer's working up.' And they got 2 help desk guys, right, across the room staring at each other. 'I'm on the phone, Sally. I'm on the phone, Sally.' So they put them on hold, and they start asking her questions. They can't figure out who's the real Sally. And finally they're like, 'Hey, will you come down here?' And boom, that's when my team member gets caught. Crazy stuff, right? That they went that far. It was like 5-6 minutes, and they couldn't tell who the real Sally was. So a help desk is a common target for social engineering. Now, I was at an organization just recently this year that had really kind of a cool process for this. We couldn't get in. We couldn't pretend to be Sally. And what they were doing was they were using their computers, and each computer had a asset tag, like you might imagine, for your CMDB. Which no one has, but I'm going to keep hitting on. Had asset tags, and they're using the asset tag on the computer as a form of 2-factor authentication. So you call the help desk. If you didn't have that asset tag, you could not pass go, you could not collect $200, you could not social engineer the help desk. You would not get your extra large dark roast coffee, and they would hang up on you. And it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal for the organization. It was really bad for my social engineer guy who couldn't break in, but it was really freaking good for the organization in terms of keeping the bad guys out. And I hadn't thought about that, right? You talk all the time about 2-factor authentication, but very rarely do I see the 2-factor authentication actually being a piece of equipment that's being checked. So something to think about, asset tag on device. Now, of course, if you do that, you need to make it randomized and unpredictable so the SC guys can't detect and figure out what it is. But there you go. There you have it. So pro tip of the day, number 1, 2-factor authentication device, whatever it may be, some process for your help desk so they can authenticate your users. Pro tip number 2, Tim Hortons. Double check your orders. Do I look like a guy who wants a large bag of donuts? No. Give me my parfait. Give me my espresso. That's it. Have a great one. Enjoy the weekend.